This is episode 299, and we have two titles. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here they come. Don't leave the cone of tone.
Or 4 amps, no pedals. See, it's like an album with an alternate title. I like it.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, welcome to the Tone Control. See you in there.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what we talk about on this one.
We did it live. We remembered near the end of the episode that there was more to talk about. All right.
See you in there. Preamble.
As you do. Yes.
Bada bing, bada boo, and then the show proper.
Yep.
Segment 2, witty rejoinder. Thanks to people we've insulted a couple of times, and out.
Got it. Like
Cut
the
on
outline.
rehearsal.
I'm just definitely updating the show notes now. Trying to find, here we go. New names going in tonight, everybody.
Derek has respectfully updated your names.
Yeah, I sometimes don't notice until it's too late, and then I feel bad. But anyway, yeah, hi. How's it going? Welcome to the Tone Control, everybody.
Yeah, it's things are normal. I have a normal life. My kid turned 10 and started 5th grade, and she rides the bus now. After a couple of days, the peer pressure set in, and she did not want to be driven or picked up anymore. And she just goes, and then at like 3:30ish, she just comes back.
She arrives, yeah.
And I'm like doing whatever, and all of a sudden there's like sound in my house, and she bounces around and says, "Hi, Daddy."
Yeah. Cool.
She's enjoying it. It's going good.
That's excellent.
I'm liking how the new independence is feeling on her, and
that's great.
Yeah, it's been all right in that regard. I will approve of it.
Settling
I'm wearing
in.
it. This is her school, her shirt.
Oh,
by the
right
way.
on.
I just realized I'm wearing Sycamore School District.
Aviators.
The Aviators, or the Aves.
That's good.
They say the Aves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a cool thing?
Yeah.
Hang on. I want to make sure I say the right thing here. We live kind of near the airport here.
Sure.
And at that airport, there's an aviation museum. It's just this very small local aviation museum about aviation history in New Hampshire and kind of locally. So there's like a bunch of municipal airports in and around the area. They cover them. Anyway, it's a cool spot. A little overpriced. But lots of cool stuff, right? Lots of great bits of history, and so it's local, but So anyway, they had this traveling event where they opened the museum and stuff for free, and they brought in a real P-51 Mustang from World War II.
Whoa!
Yeah, and it was painted.
Wow!
Yeah,
wow!
And it was painted in the Tuskegee Airmen color scheme. So the red tail and stuff, and it was the coolest fucking thing I've seen in a long time. And now I'm like, am I an aviation person? Because I did not care about this. Like I used
Derek,
to be.
You're a lover of things. Like you
love
know this
things,
about
man.
yourself. You love things. Like, come
I
on.
have so much to go over today. But like I always liked space and NASA and that side of like aeronautics and all that, but was not as into
the lowercase arrow.
Was not as into like this level of aviation. Certainly fighter planes was not that interesting to me. So, but anyway, I show up to this thing and I am like surprised at my own reaction to it.
Wow, cool.
You know what I mean? Like I was like really into it. I'll post a photo. I don't give a toot. And like you could just walk up and touch it. It was just there. And they had have you ever seen one of those like 18-wheeler trailers that they've converted into a traveling movie theater type thing or a small exhibit? It's almost like a camper where the sides come out and it makes this like triple wide, but it's a trailer. Wow. And they were doing some kind of film like every 45 minutes in there. It was just some cool stuff, man. So I don't know. Aviators got me going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll dump a few photos in the chat and y'all can check it out. I think I dumped him in maybe a few days ago as well, but I don't know. But check that thing out.
Oh, wow. All
Mean,
right.
just friggin' mean as they come. So cool.
I got to put this on the browser so I can put it on the screen. Here we go. Whoa, look at that MFer. Look at the way they used to do the prop engines and everything with the exhaust hanging right out of the sides like a hot rod.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's all, of course, like mechanical and not very computerized and stuff. So it's very just like, oh, fuck. Like,
yeah, it's like
this
hydraulics,
thing?
bro.
Like, yeah, and it was just like cool to see kind of in person, thinking like as an adult, like some motherfucker was in this thing. Like, right, the balls you gotta have to get in this thing and fly it and shoot at things. Holy shit.
Wow.
I just like could not believe it. But anyway.
I mean, on the one hand, it's like so little.
It's so little.
But it's also like such a machine too.
Yeah, so it's modified to be a 2-seater, if I recall. I'm like, I don't know much about this, but it is slightly modified for the Tuskegee Airman unit. And just like the most badass. God, so cool.
This is just raw, old-fashioned pushing yourself through the air.
Yeah,
you know.
And there was
with a bunch of butter knives.
Yeah, it was. I think something like 400 or 500 miles an hour it can reach, or something like that.
Wow,
incredible. Anyway, that's my story.
That's awesome, dude.
Thanks. We do have a lot to go over, though. I'm in love with things again, and I just have so much going on. I finished teaching for the summer, everybody. Yay, go me. And last day was today, which is very exciting. And now I can get back into playing guitar a little harder, which is going to be fun. Because, I don't know, like, what do we want to do? I don't have anything in the show notes.
You keep saying there's a lot to go over, but there's nothing.
I bought a neural nano cortex is what happened. It's right here. Shit. Hang on.
But what about the line?
What about the 6 lines?
The
here
6 lines. Oh, look at the lights, everybody.
Yeah, the lights are cool. The foot switches are encoders. And you like my little 3D printed stand for my desk? Look at this.
It's because pedals are for your hands now, everybody.
Yeah. So here it is.
That is awesome.
I bought this used on Reverb, though I honestly, you wouldn't know it. It was basically still shrink wrapped.
Wow.
I threw in an offer, kind of lowball, got lucky. It pays sometimes, people. I'm just saying. Like, this is not the first time I've had success with a surprising offer. So,
wow.
Just throwing it out there.
That's something I have always felt super fucking weird about. Like I highly resist doing that. Apparently, I'm an idiot, but I don't
know. And I'm not like, give it to me for $50, jerk. Like, I'm not. It's not.
What's wrong with you?
Offensively low. Yeah, it's just still like, or sometimes I'll explain it like, oh, this is a weird number, but could you do it for like blah blah blah, all shipped, like all in?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's enough to like maybe make people be like, oh yeah, okay. It's easier to think of it as like a total purchase or total sale rather than like a thing plus shipping, I guess. But anyway, it's here. I've only just updated the firmware on it, like while we were eating dinner before the show. So,
wow.
But no, this isn't going to get in the way of my Helix Stadium situation. Different use case. Still planning to get that. This is more of an HX Stomp upgrade. So that will probably be sold at some point as well. I just not yet because I want to make sure that this is going to work for me. But it's a really different experience. And how about you hit me with a stinger?
Here we go. Let's pretend it faded out there because that one was too long.
So, okay, there's a few things that have been kind of going through my mind as I learn about this new ecosystem that is Neural DSP, and kind of also learn about, not unlearning, but it's a very different approach to like how Helix and how Line 6 does this
Okay.
thing, does
Sure.
the guitar modeling thing. These are all distinctly captures of real amps and
Right.
pedals
Okay.
and
Yeah.
things like that. Not models. And I know it sounds kind of like semantics, when I don't disagree in some ways, but it is technically different, I think. So it is.
Yeah, I think probably
It helps to like fundamentally think of it a little differently. It's a different, a different way of doing the technology.
I totally understand. Like I was like walking to what is probably very close to the same place, but from two different directions. Like that matters for something like what we're talking about here. Yeah,
exactly.
I get it.
So I'm still not super familiar with like how the structure of presets and banks and all that is working out, but I just got it like 2 hours ago. So
get off my back.
yeah. But it's really more about the capture and the IR and those two things in relation to each other. And you're switching presets, but you're also switching probably captures of all kinds of things. What's cool is it's all cloud-based as well. Like there's a online community where you can share for free. Like you can get all the captures of really cool super amps, super pedals, like the Klon, obviously. Obviously. So like, of course. So anyway, I have not even played a guitar through it since updating it to the new Core OS or whatever it's called, and or Nano OS.
Cortex.
Yeah, I think that one's for the quad Cortex though. Anyway, whatever. It's the new one for this, the tiny one. So here, guitar, everyone.
You've been guitared.
Yeah.
This is a guitar.
So I'm trying to do this thing where I'm like, does it sound awesome? Like I'm running the pedal into my interface here, so it's all in mono. But when I'm playing plugged directly, my headphones straight into the unit, like, am I falling for this is in stereo and it sounds cool? Like, is that, I'm a sucker for that because I'm so used to hearing guitar in mono. So then enter stereo modulation and delays and reverbs and things. And it's like, wow, it's this big, oh my gosh, it's so like incredibly big sounding, which like that's just because of stereo, right? So
yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to like think, okay, what am I hearing? What am I listening for? I guess that people say it sounds so much better than many other modelers or many other approaches to modeling. And like, again, I've got 10 minutes under this thing and I was playing the old version. So like, I don't really know yet, but
that's
I'm
interesting that it's so
this.
different then if it changed that significantly when you just updated it.
Well, there's like a ton of quality of life improvements on the new OS.
Okay.
So for example, you've got your capture and your IR, and there are things that go before or after those things, and they're pretty strict on what goes where. So you've got two slots in your pre-effects before your amp, and then you've got 3 after. Certain effects can be in either one, but many can only be in one of those slots. You cannot have a distortion after your amp, for example. And you cannot have modulation before your amp currently, which is a little bit of a bummer. But anyway, so you're kind of like around these 2 anchor points in the signal chain, the capture and the IR, where you're piecing other bits. And it's because there's only 2 foot switches, it's not so much like a stomp box mode type of thing like you'd see with Helix or even Quad Cortex, where you can like, here's my overdrive, here's my delay, and they're on their own foot switches and it feels like a pedal board. This is more about like, I've built a tone and the tone is a JCM 800 with a tube screamer and this cabinet and this mic. And then the lead tone is the Diesel VH4 with that. And it's like a complete change. Obviously, you can still base your like lead thing on the same entire rig if you want, but I think the approach is more about finding the sound rather than like being structured into the rig. You know what I mean?
Sure. And the fact that there's no graphics must help. So right?
It must, yeah. And using the phone app is very good. It's very handy and very well made and stuff, and that's helping a lot with kind of learning the nomenclature of the ecosystem here. So I'm really excited to dive in with it. It's still a little bit like, wait, what does this do? Why is it this way? So instead of having like an unlimited number of Lego bricks in the form of Line 6 Helix products and like
And they all fit anywhere.
Their structure, they all fit anywhere.
Yeah.
This is a more like parameter driven thing.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, it's confusing and limiting, but not, and yeah.
I feel like limiting, I feel like we've sort of talked about this before. I feel like these limits are reality limits, reality simulating limits. You know, whereas the Helix, it's like, so back to two different directions, but we're walking to the same point. This is like with different kinds of music creation softwares. Some of them, the older ones will typically have all this stuff where it's sort of meant to approximate what a studio used to be when it was all hardware.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas if you never developed during that period, you've got no reason to work within those limits, right? You can do any. So Helix is like there's no, like, who cares? It's like
exactly.
This was always just software.
Right. And you've got a platform, and then you make connections within the platform separately. Like that's how you build your rig there.
Yeah.
This is just different. And I think, again, thinking of the capture a little bit differently than a model also kind of reinforces this to a degree. But what's cool is when you're switching between amps and IRs to help build a sound, you can really hear what makes the amp and what makes the IR the IR. Like which thing is responsible for which. There's no latency when changing over IRs or anything like that. It just crossfades it kind of instantly.
Yeah.
And there's no little blip in its reset. So you can really seamlessly hear the change in a cool way. So I can actually demonstrate this. Let me make sure my phone is connected here, so I can tell you what we're doing. But this is the factory sound. And it's got a little reverb, which I always like, which is very cool. And let me make sure, come on, connect to my phone, please. There we go. So this is called Crunch One Simple, and this is a Brit 2555 rhythm channel. So it's a Marshall. Is it a JMP? I don't remember the numbers very well. So something like that.
I thought that was a 45. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of a different version of it.
Maybe. Like here's a Angle. Well, hang on. Energy 3. It says, what does it say about it? Angle Powerball Crunch channel. So those are the amps there. Like there's a ton of amps in here, of course. And then the IR, right now it's playing through a G1275. Yeah, a Marshall, basically a 1960A, essentially. But I can run it into a Mesa oversize, and you can feel like the bite of the Marshall is there, but it's different now, right?
And the IR is just one thing, right? So your speaker cabinet and your microphone, basically the preamp, like that whole thing. It's basically a recording chain sort of thing.
Well,
that's
not
what you're swapping
necessarily,
out.
because you capture on the hardware, right? So it's not a whole studio thing. So
but it includes. But what I mean is, it includes whatever.
Yes, but it's not like
whatever
it's
the
not
state
also
of those
a
was.
chain of someone's fancy studio setup with vintage compressors and things.
Oh,
it's not
sure,
that.
sure.
Not necessarily. Like it could be that.
Like
of
if you
course.
downloaded one, then it would have that. Yeah.
But this has a combo jack on the side and capture tech right in it. So the capture thing has been moved into this, and I can capture my Rev or this PRS amp before I sell it. I can even capture pedals, and it just does it all right in the thing. I'm not set up to do that tonight, and it does take a little while. But in the future, I'm hoping to capture a pedal, and we can A/B it live and just see how close it is. But it sends the sweep through, and it goes into this capture mode where you can very quickly jump between the two and narrow the parameters until it's right. That's awesome. And now I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to capture all of my pedals, right? I don't know what the limitations on this are, but like, yeah, I'm going to capture.
Too, yeah.
Yeah. And when you I don't know, the capture thing, because of how it works, do I feel like it's more accurate? Should I feel like it's more accurate? I don't know. Like, you know how it like does, it's like the Kemper. It plays that sweep and like all these like beeps and boops and listens to itself back.
Accurate? I don't know. I think it's more individual, right?
Certainly.
So okay. So what does accuracy mean? It's probably more accurate to your particular AC30 versus here's the AC30 model that ships with this thing, you know. But I don't know. I don't know if that means it's more. I mean, I really feel like if we're talking about that, we're probably talking about those level of detail where it's like
where it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter anymore, and it's like like when I had my AC30, it had a bunch of whack tubes in it, right? They were not matched. It was one of them was a Mesa Boogie tube, like branded for some reason, and if I captured that, it would have captured that.
But that might have been great. You had a golden unit and you didn't know.
But it wasn't, it wouldn't sound like everyone's AC30. And I think maybe that's the difference is like, you're saying it's like more specific, whereas Helix, it's like, this is the prototypical HX or the prototypical AC30 or something. This is the...
I feel like that's what the process of approaching it from building it ground up as a model, you know, model the power section, model the tone section, and refine those until they match what this AC30, what the general AC30 circuit is, and then listen and refine it further. Okay, great, we're good. Ship version 6 or whatever. You know, they've arrived at a really close spot too. They just came at it from absolutely the other side of town. So, yeah.
And it's really interesting. It's just sort of looking at the whole approach to modeling from, like you said, the other direction. It's the other side of the same coin. And I don't know. I'm excited for it. So here's some more sounds. And this is, let's see, a high watt. What is it? High watt Hermanson clean channel.
Now, do you need to get your phone out to see any of this?
Yes.
So if you just have the unit, there's like all this stuff's in there, but you're just bank up, bank down, or spinning a rotary encoder or something.
Pretty much, yeah. So at any point, like now, if I flip this, if I push this foot switch, I'm back to that Marshall.
Oh, okay. So that was locked onto that switch or something, yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 foot switches, each hold 2 sounds, essentially, as you can think of it. Like, their foot switches 1 and 2, and there's like 1A, 2A, 1B, 2B.
Okay.
And you can just jump between them.
Oh, yeah, because you're never turning something on or off. You're transitioning between states exclusively with this. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can run it the other way. If you're like, I want this sound, and all this switch does is turn off the boost. Like, of course, that is still open to you.
It sounds like what you're doing, though, is Marshall, and then the other one is Marshall plus boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're state changing. Yeah, which
you're state changing the whole capture. Like,
right.
So including, well, there are software effects though that are themselves captures. So like I could put the capture of the tube screamer in that pre-effect slot. You know.
How do you capture a modulation though? How do you capture a time-based
That's what I don't
effect?
know. Like that's what I mean when I say I don't know what the limitations are. Like if I can't
has
capture
to be
delays,
like a mixed mode.
I don't know. It may be just exclusive to gain, right? Like boosts, fuzz, overdrive, whatever. But so there is some really great pitch tracking, which is interesting. So here we are in standard.
Oh boy!
But I can just bring it down 4 stations. And
is it funny? Like, so I can hear the strings coming through your microphone just a little bit. And when you detune it like that, I feel like the strings stick out because they're no longer playing the note that I'm hearing on the amp.
Yep.
That's really, it sounded really good though. No, I can't hear. Oh!
You know?
Yeah.
So, but including go up.
It's like instant.
It's crazy. Yeah. And so now I'm like, is this the end of me bringing an E-flat guitar to shows? Like, is it that good?
Yeah.
I haven't used the Helix one because it's not that good. You know what I mean? Like, are we there now?
Yeah.
10 years later.
I feel like one of those videos, the YouTube guy who does like the riff Thursday or riff Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah, Thick Riff Thursdays.
Thick Riff Thursday. I had it right the first time, sort of. I was like most of the way through a video before he made some remark about how he was software detuning.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. Like, and it was like, wait, what? So was he using
He was probably using a neural product of some kind.
Yeah, they've got it, huh?
They've got it. It could be a plugin. It could have been the Quad Cortex. It could have been the Nano. Like, I don't know. But
it was like live off his finger. I don't think anyone. Let's see what happens to me when I say this. I don't think anybody who is like sincerely making music puts up with latency. I don't think anybody is running software in their computer when there's like all this, like, I can't believe it, because you get in there, if you're just noodling and whatever, your computer's not doing anything, then whatever, I guess you have like a 32 sample buffer or something like that, and it's not noticeable. But as soon as your computer starts having to like rack up a bunch of tracks and you're like doing things, and I don't buy it. I don't think anybody's actually using true host-based software processing live.
Right.
Fight me. But the plugins are all still doing it. I got a plugin the other day that's a drum plugin, and it comes with, Waves is doing this all the time now, it comes with a live version, right? So the regular one, and then there's a live version, and they've stripped out a few features in order to get the latency way, way lower. You know, they've removed the phase accurate filters or something like that. Okay. You know what I mean? Like they're no longer like something that would cause it to need just a few samples of delay. And the same thing, it's like a drum replacement thing, and it has a live version. So it's going to be like a little bit simpler and less accurate, but you could literally play through it. But Waves has SoundGrid servers. They have rack-mounted computer servers that are running their stuff as if it was DSP. So that's what they're using it for. There's still no fucking latency.
Yeah. Jesus. So, man, okay. So here we are on a Princeton. Like, I'm not going to dive into all these sounds, but and many of these are also in stereo that are now being summed tomorrow.
It still sounds pretty impressive, though.
It sounds great. The Princeton with its matching cab. But I can throw in like any other cab here. There's a Frame 810.
Isn't it funny how little that changed?
Isn't it? Because they're both 10-inch speakers. Anyway, no, I'm not. That's probably not because, but you know what I mean.
You know, sounds like a good fucking combo, though. You know what I mean?
This is a Fender, like a twin reverb cabinet. Much brighter. Of course, I've got knobs and EQ on the pedal itself. I can just take some of that down.
I thought it was very creamy on the 810. It was just
Let's go back to the 810.
It's not like it's super missing a lot of high end. It's just kind of
let me put some highs back.
Understated.
Take the lows down. What a lovely tone, right?
Wow.
So some of the other things in the update are very cool. There's always been 2 pre-effects slots, but previously one of them was permanently occupied by noise gate. So you really had only one effects slot in the beginning. So now they've moved that out. The pre-effects there's 2 empty slots, and the noise gate's just a separate function. You can turn it on or off. It's always at the beginning of the chain. And 3 post effects. Right now they're a DC2W, which is the Dimension C Wazacraft edition. Like they're like, you know,
specifically, well, because they're capturing, right? So it's not weird actually to do that.
Okay, so the other thing that's been kind of going on, like as I plot this out and figure out my like pedal board conversion situation, I've been watching a lot of videos about this and trying to kind of learn up on it and stuff. And I'm just so endlessly turned off by the guitar rhetoric machine of like, you need a backup rig, and this is your backup rig solution. And that's like the only, yeah. And that's like the only thing that is not the only thing. It is a very, very common pitch about this gear, which is fucking bogus because the captures are the same as the quad Cortex. They're like, oh, the quad Cortex is your real rig.
Got it.
But the Nano thing you can have in your dressing room. You can put it in your guitar case, and like you can it runs on a USB battery pack. Like, great. It can also play Madison Square Garden. Like, what are you talking about? I'm just like so turned off by this like diminishing their own shit.
It's like the number of switches is the only functional difference if you're actually playing a show, right? Because you're not going to futz with any of this crap.
And it's like the I/O is all very different, obviously. And like, yeah, but I think when it comes down to like the files that the software is doing, like that it's working with and stuff, the capture is the same, the IRs, like all that's, you can move it over. So I don't know, just like on my soapbox about it for a second, because I'm so just endlessly turned off by this thing now of like, or you could put it on a pedal board and play every gig with it. Like it doesn't, why are we talking about it this way?
Right. So it's just like if the IO for some reason doesn't match your needs, or you need more switches, but you can connect more switches to the little guy, right?
Yeah, it's got MIDI. Like you can put a whole fucking
you can do anything you want in there.
You can, like, I think a lot of people even set these up that you don't even really touch the thing, right? You're using other controllers. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
It doesn't even matter.
Show mode. Yeah. Show mode's different. Like tweak mode, that's when you want all the options.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not going to use it as my backup rig. Like, it's going to be, I just think that's a dumb way to put it,
Yeah.
I think most people that might listen to this show or like are in the same kind of thing that I'm doing, or that even more seasoned and more regularly playing guitarists than me are doing, don't need backup rigs and don't want to be hauling them around as a just in case.
You know what backup rigs came from? When tube amps would break. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. So, guys, one thing, I know I used to like make Helix presets and share them in the Discord. I'm still very interested in doing that in the future, but I'm going to capture some of my gear and post it in the server or whatever. I'll figure it out. I think it's like post it to my profile in the cloud app thing, and you can go get it there. But I have some cool stuff. I think I should probably start by trying to capture the Lollygagger Canalia. What do we think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. So
there's a bunch of good stuff to capture. Shit.
Yeah. Shit. What a time to not have Pedal Genie.
Whoops.
Oops. So, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks for coming to my my 30-minute
TED Talk
diatribe of like my brain. This is like what's been going on in my mind. Like when I talk to Justin, these are the words I'm going to say. I'm going to say like this exact phrase because I've just been like thinking about this for a week. It took forever. Yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll scoop it.
Cool.
Scoop it. So I can put this away now, and we can do the show.
Now we can start the show. Okay.
Yeah. So again, I wish this had come. It was supposed to show up like midday today, and it came at the very end of the day. So I was like, I'll have some stuff going by the time it's podcast time, and then I just spaced. So, or I didn't space. UPS spaced, but exciting times. This is I'm excited. I know I just said that.
Yeah, no, it seems cool. It sounds great. I don't know. I find the approach endearing, right? The sort of like,
they are
modes that you're putting it in. I don't know. It feels simpler to me. And
It's much more akin to running your Helix in snapshot mode, if that's something you're doing. I think Fractal people, I think it's called scenes. I'm not sure if that's like the same kind of idea, but there's a few ways to run these things, typically like stomp box style, which is how I run my Helix. Again, it just feels the most natural to me. But a lifetime of coming from traditional pedal boards led to that. I did try the whole like clean crunch, like lead and super lead, or I don't know, but it didn't really ultra lead. It didn't really vibe with me very much because I don't know. I want to be able to in the moment like push and pull my tone a little bit and like by way of pedals.
Yeah, right on. So like instead of having like 4 amps and no pedals.
yeah, yeah. But I have pedals that switch the amps on and off, right?
Right.
Awesome.
I love that you could just put an 810. I don't know why, like that just charmed me in some kind of way.
I mean, that, of course, like that type of thing is something you could do forever. Like that's not a new thing.
Right.
I think one of the coolest tones is taking a Princeton into a 412. That's a really great sound.
Yeah.
But I played a few shows doing that.
Because fuck it. Yeah, that's the perfect thing to do.
Yeah. But anyway, learning the I/O on the front of the thing, like the foot switch encoders are very cool. Those change like your capture things and stuff, as well as like their switches, of course.
Yeah.
So lots of bits. But anyway, what else should we talk about?
I don't know. What guitar music news have I seen? Not much. I don't know why.
Have you heard the new Deftones?
Oh, only still. I think I said before I'd listened to the 2 songs that were available. Is it all out now?
It's out now. Yeah.
They forgot to ping me. My stupid phone. Bummer.
Man. So it's funny. Give me a stinger first of all.
Okay. Right
first of all. There we go. Okay.
All right. Good enough.
It's funny, we were just saying that, like a great riff. We were just saying that Deftones has their thing that's really like Deftones, and not that they don't deviate from that.
Yeah.
But you know what you're getting with Deftones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this record kind of does the most. Takes the furthest leap Deftones is going to make.
Huh. Okay.
It's not a far leap, but it's. But there's a little more here where you're like, whoa, that wouldn't have been on White Pony.
Sure. How many years has it been since the last one?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even remember the...
was it Diamond Eyes or was there one in between there?
See, that's the thing. If it wasn't Diamond Eyes, then I missed one.
No, Diamond Eyes is not the one before that. It was, oh my gosh.
Well, then I missed one. See, so I'm not allowed to talk about whether they drifted far.
OHMs. It came out in 2020. That one's really fucking brutal. I remember it coming out during the pandemic and feeling like this is fucking the hugest thing I've ever heard. And now this new one, which is called Private Music, there's just a little more on it. It's got all the Deftones tricks of like echoey, spacey vocals, and you can hear some
droning
kind of
chords,
droning things, and of course, like it's just how they sound. But there's a lot more like major key, and there's a lot more. I don't know. The melodic choices I think are more mature. Some higher guitar register, which is interesting because they're always really fucking low and kind of keeping it low most of the song. But there's a few moments of like higher guitar. So, yeah. Okay,
well, I'll have to. Bummer that I didn't
completely projected my opinion onto you.
That's all right. I've been playing a lot of records. So we got our turntable set up, and we went to this. Yeah, Elliot.
Oh yeah.
When you it's changing to suddenly not talking about what I was just talking about.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's fine. I go where I decide. You pointed out on Discord, and this was probably weeks ago now, but that the Elliot like merch store had like rematerialized and had like stuff on it and things. And then, of course, the Google, like I look at something and then Google Feed starts feeding me things. So like people are talking about that. And basically I read sort of this like career retrospective by somebody who was a fan, you know what I mean? And like ran down the whole thing. And I'm thinking like, I remember at least checking out like almost all of these records, because there's actually quite a few Elliott albums.
Yeah, they've got quite a bunch.
And this guy was basically coming down saying like the one that like False Cathedrals, the one that I listened to the most, was like one of his least favorite.
That's fascinating to me.
Right? And I was like, so what do I even do with that? Because this is somebody who like listened to an album that I thought was really great and like listened to a lot of in that year, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Came out in 2000. It just had its 25th anniversary within the last 2 weeks, I think.
That must be why this is all coming up, right?
Well, and also I think Elliott as a band is being a band again a bit.
Okay.
Very slowly. I follow them. They sort of bubbled up on Instagram. Somebody I follow had tagged them, and I was like, oh shit, they're present here. So what does that mean? Right?
Yeah. What does that mean for me?
Yeah, because I think by the time I learned about them, they had already gone kind of...
I think me too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of inactive by then. But yeah, they've got some like individual dates popping up in California and short like long weekend run tours and stuff like that, kind of just doing it very quietly, very, very small thing.
Are they a legacy band, Derek?
What do I mean? Is Deftones?
Right?
Damn. No, I don't know. I don't think. Do you need to reach a certain level of popularity for that to really kick in? Because I don't know. I don't know anyone. I know like 4 people who know the band Elliott, and you're one of them, and your brother's the other one.
Right. It's very local.
And the other one is the guy who tagged them on Instagram that I follow.
That's it. Why are they playing in California? Everybody's here.
Their 4 fans are in the Eastern time zone. So, I don't know. This show sucks.
What was I talking about before? Records. Okay, so we put a turntable together. We had been meaning to get one, and then for a little while, it was like, it's funny that the turntable and like having records and having that be a thing that we do kind of as a family in this house was sort of this chosen cornerstone that we were like working toward. So before we had decided to build this house even, we were like talking about, oh, we should like kind of remodel this and we'll do something fancy with this wall. We'll do like a fancy painting thing. And we'll change this entertainment center and it'll have a record player and it'll, and then that ends up getting scrapped and we decide, and then we decide we're moving school districts and we're doing this and Marielle starts a new business and all this, you know what I mean? So we're going back years at this point. But like we're here and we finally kind of get it together. I have my little tube hi-fi thing, my little tiny like 6-watt like thing that I've had for years, and it broke actually at one point last year.
Really?
And I couldn't, like there was a pop and then only one of the channels would play.
Oh.
And Marielle was like, oh, thank God, I hate that thing, because she would like burn her hands on the tubes because she's a clumsy or something. But like, anyway.
Touch them.
Because it wasn't just like playing music off your phone, even though I hooked it up to an AirPlay thing so you could literally play music off your phone onto it.
This pains me.
And she's like, yeah, but I have to like turn the power switch on. And I was like, okay. So anyway, the point is, she's into the idea of setting up this record player, which is obviously flies in the face of all that.
In here, Justin.
Well, I repaired it. I opened it up and I found that one of the capacitors had exploded. And all I had to do, and so I replaced both of them. I just did a cap swap on the thing, back to life. We're going. So anyway, so we get a turntable. I actually talked her into a Fluence because it came in piano white, which matched her whole thing. So at first it was like,
how
I don't know.
different is that the white one that I have? the one I have.
Probably the same one. I don't know if it is or not, but it's, you know.
I have a U-turn turntable.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the model name. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's something. It's some kind of mid-rangey thing. It's like it was like a little more than she wanted to spend, right? She was like, "Well, really, are they that expensive?" kind of thing. I'm like, "Well, I mean, you can get one for $40, but
yeah, you go down to the mall, grab one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, pop into Sam Goody, pick one up.
But I was like, but if you want this to be nice and like, you know, probably be properly balanced and all this stuff, and we're looking, and she's starting, all right, well, maybe these Audio-Technica ones, and I'm like, well, and then she kind of sees, like, well, the review sites say that. Like, if you really only want to buy once and you're not a crazy high-end person, then something like this is perfectly fine. She's like, she sees it in piano white. It's very glossy, sweet. It's awesome. And she's like, okay, great. So that matches our whole shit. Anyways, the point is, so we go to the record store. There's this shop. We spend like 2 hours there flipping through everything, finding little bits of gold in the used section and stuff.
Yeah.
I got a Empire Strikes Back record. Which is so cool. It has this artwork of this John Williams with like not white hair in it. Like, it's insane.
Where's the one I have? This? Oh yeah. I have this. Galactic Empire. Special edition. This is a metal band that plays Star Wars music.
Oh, yes, nice.
And yeah. And they're fabulous. They're fucking awesome. And the record's like bright friggin' orange and red or something like that.
Yeah,
but like, so anyway, go on. Tell me about your dive into records.
We picked up, we spent, I don't know, $230 or $240 or something on some new, some old. We got, you know, let Aria pick out some things. So we have a couple of Taylor Swift records. She has, hers have so many discs because she has like 20 songs on an album. Yeah, they're all 33s.
Oh, really? Because I think there's one of hers that launched as a 12-inch 45.
Oh, wow.
Which I've got a few of. They're awkward and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it sparked a flurry of returns because people were not familiar with.
Didn't understand it. They didn't. They might not have had the spacer.
They don't have that anymore.
Oh, mine came with one.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. Mine has I got the thumbs up on my. Oh, it didn't record. Anyway,
many of my 12-inch 45s and even 7-inch records just have a standard.
Oh, okay.
hole. Yeah.
Well, I guess that solves it. But yeah, mine actually came with a little insert.
I have my record player itself came with an adapter, a very nice one. It's like a milled aluminum.
Yeah.
But I just don't need. I have like one record. It's actually a Jimmy Eat World 7-inch from the Futures era that I need it for. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got stuff. There's some new, some old stuff, some Fleetwood Mac, and then my parents came over with this box. So there's someplace we got to go check it out sometime. But it's like it's kind of a giant flea market kind of place that's always there, and one of the shops that's always there is this like record collector guy.
That's cool.
And buying like basically like $4 used records. And they brought over like a box of like 45. It was basically like stuff that they loved when they were kids and like had and owned.
Nice.
And like, so they just picked it up based on that. So there's all kinds of old stuff in there. There's this Rod Stewart record, which I was really enjoying, and Marielle hated.
Why?
I don't know. She's like not excited about Rod Stewart's voice for some reason, which I don't understand because he's fucking fantastic.
He's the best.
He's the best.
Oh.
Olivia Newton-John record, though, she really loved that one. So anyway, there's something in here for everybody. The Kinks' greatest hits I put on while I was making dinner the other day.
Man, if you can get some Cars records, those a Cars greatest hits. Oh, I love I have like one or two Cars records.
I'm like
my
heavy on the lookout
really
for
slow down.
For greatest hits in particular, because I feel like if I'm gonna put on a record and like worry about changing the sides and stuff, I kind of want it to be a greatest hits. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Nice, man.
I did get color in the shape. I found that it was not
good.
used,
I don't
but that was
actually
worth
own
it to me.
You know what else you should get?
It sounds so brilliant. but anyway.
You should get In Rainbows. That's a really good one to have
Oh,
on
really?
vinyl.
I was looking for OK Computer because that was like one of my first music purchases as a teenager. And I would love, I mean, In Rainbows is also an amazing, any of those would be so great. OK Computer is like very, very close to my heart as far as Radiohead is concerned.
Yeah.
And if that ever pops up in front of my face somewhere,
Oh, fuck. You know
I'll
what I
be
just
grabbing
realized?
it for sure.
Talking
What
about
did you just
Radiohead
realize?
reminded me. We didn't talk about me filling in for that gig.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Shit. Fuck, quick, back to the show.
Oh, God. Anyway, it was fine. Show's over.
Oh, good. Thanks to
No,
the patrons.
It was really good. It was at a pizza place and a brewery that had a pizza place. Anyway, it was fucking great pizza and fucking great beer. And what else? So we played first. My band played first. Went direct and used Helix and our in-ears, just all the regular stuff.
Yeah.
Changeover. Second band goes on. They play
you had
like
a
3 or
break?
4. I had a break.
Yeah.
They play like 3 or 4 as them. I come in for the middle 5, and then they had like 3 after I was done, and it was really fun. It was really cool. So this was the weird balance though. Is like I'm playing my Helix. I brought my FR cab. Didn't end up needing it because it still just went direct and monitored through the wedges, like just old school.
Oh, so you
basically.
you
it was
were
just
prepared
fucking
but didn't need it. Yeah.
prepared but didn't need it. So yeah, in-ears were gone, a typical kind of monitoring setup through a PA facing you basically. And it was really fun to kind of like go back to that, like we're just being like raw, loud, here we go. And I know
Pants
that's how it
flapping.
sounds and feels out in the audience too, but with the in-ears is like such a different experience. I can hear everybody super well and I love it. But at the same time, just like blasting it with 3 other dudes, like
it sounds like you didn't have trouble adjusting though. It's not like you were like, oh shit, I can't hear the whatever.
I mean, there was definitely a like, don't leave the cone of tone, right?
Yeah. There we go. You take a step too far and it's like, oh fuck, I don't know what song I'm playing anymore. Yeah.
Exactly. So and what else? James, the drummer of Dangerous Nights, which was the other band, has a brass snare.
Okay. All right. I understand.
Okay. And James is also one of the greatest drummers I've been around. Like he's incredibly talented and has the chops and really knows his shit and plays hard. He's a hard player, and that snare is the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my God, dude. It was like a cannon was going on every 4 beats. Nuts. So yeah, we played
and you're
the songs.
using in-ears. Do you even travel with ear plugs anymore?
I did. Usually because I don't want to wear my in-ears around like an idiot after the set. So.
I suppose if I'd thought about that for 0 seconds, that would have been something I could work out.
And it was really fun. Yeah, the songs went great. Epic by Faith No More is a really fun, like 2 guitarist song. This is, you can each learn like there's this part and there's that part. They're different enough, but they're not like lead and rhythm.
Yeah.
They're both kind of like just the full bore. There's 2 parts and they're equal. And yeah, that was a really fun one. And then Plush by Stone Temple Pilots, blowing me away in how it's actually in standard tuning. I did not predict that to be the case at all. It just feels like one of those. You're right. It feels like one of those songs or one of those bands that would be at least a half step down. But no, it's in G major. So, but great song, really easy and fun. Another good 2 guitar situation. And then we did Creep by Radiohead, which is what got me here. So, not on OK Computer.
That's what clued our conversation back in.
That's what made me go, you dummy.
We plugged back into the switchboard and suddenly we were on a podcast again.
Yep. So, but yeah, the gig journey continues. We're doing a Jimmy Eat World set in October, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
So it sounds like you didn't come away with strong feelings about missing loud stage volume.
I mean, it was really fun, and that contributed to the fun for sure.
Okay.
But also
All right.
I was like, physically, it was too loud. Like it was just my earplugs are not doing enough. It's hurts a little. By the time I was
Yeah.
done, it was a long night. Like I don't gig like that basically ever. So I will help them out again if it comes up. Like I'm not gonna say no to this type of thing. But yeah, it was like, oh fuck. This
You
is
get some of those like lawnmower headphones
Yeah.
to just wear, to lean into it.
But no, like that liveness of it felt great.
Awesome.
There's pros and cons, I think, to the whole thing, of course, and
Yeah.
the in-ear thing is really unbeatable. It's so great and so freeing in a way, and like you just so many problems of being in a band just vanish when you get something like that.
Do you have tempo in there?
No, but we're thinking about it.
Okay.
It's like on the docket for our kind of winter break while Allison's away and / holiday times and stuff like that is a conversation about if we want to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
So
seems like something you need a lot of contingencies for, or somebody to manage it for you.
Right. That's kind of the thing is, Matt manages our whole rack and stuff and does a great job with it. Basically walks into a gig and is like, hey, sound guy, here's the deal, and just gives him the whole shebang. And it works.
This cable contains our sound.
This is this cable, right? But to also then pair.
I know it looks like we're a band, but we're an iPod. Like one of those friggin' DJs.
Yeah. Oh no!
You push the button and then just fucking jam for a while.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really fun, and I hope to. I feel like so flattered and honored, and like I've arrived somewhere that I've been asked to do this. Not something I ever expected or was like. I never felt like someone should ask me. I was always like, there's no one should ask me. Every time I've been asked to be in a band, it's been kind of like, are you talking to me? Are you sure? You really? Have you tried everyone else?
So you've run out then, huh?
Yeah. But I printed up a bunch of cool S's. Did I show you those? I think I dropped it in Discord at some point. You know the cool S?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I 3D printed like hundreds of them. Really small. Not really small. They're like 1.5 inches, but I just handed them out. Hey, everybody. Welcome to 90s Night. Take a cool S before you leave.
I think I'm remembering when you printed like NFC tags.
Yeah, I do that too.
Okay, so the S's, do you mean like the skater S with the lines? Okay, I don't think we did talk about this then.
Oh shit! Hang on, let me drop this in Discord as well then. This was so fun.
Because I was slowly catching on to what you must have meant. Because welcome to 90s Night. It's the S that everybody drew in the 90s.
Yeah. Here we go. Send. Yeah, I printed many of these.
I'm gonna teach my daughter to draw the cool S.
Yeah, and I had this idea of like, I wonder if I can find this and like find this design and modify it so it's 2 colors and like do the band colors and stuff. So I made some pink ones and some cyan ones. This is our thing we got going with a black base, and they look great.
Look at this fucking thing all printed. Hold on, now I need to share something. You keep talking.
So you see how the build plate there is like rainbowy sparkly?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
That's a multifaceted like micro texture that's on that plate, and it embeds that pattern and with the colors and everything into the surface of the bottom of the print.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so the print itself has that like shimmer and the rainbow iridescence to it.
Wow.
Yeah, here we go. Are you just sending these to wife?
No, I was looking to see if I had a picture of Arya's cake topper, and apparently that didn't happen on my phone. Do you have a picture of it?
It's in the group chat that we all have.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Then I will quickly move it over to Discord.
Speaking of printed stuff, as we wrap up the show.
Yes, here they are.
But,
she shared it. So good. Look at that little motherfucker. Okay, hold on. I have to send this to Discord.
We can talk about this after the show, I guess, but did that optical illusion arrive safely?
Yes, everything
Okay.
arrived awesomely, and tone control general. There you go. Send it, you stupid machine.
We don't need to talk about these details right now, but I thought that might blow some minds. Look at this dude.
She was
great.
super excited about all the little things. The little. What we're talking about is the optical illusion.
A helical illusion. Yeah,
looks like it's turning, or it looks like it's sliding into empty space or something. She was pretty pumped about that. She's played with a bunch of the other little trinkets and stuff. But this is the Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon cake topper that Derek printed, and she was. To be honest, there's this moment during her little birthday party where she got all kind of miffed, and there's like too much attention on her, and she's overwhelmed, and she had kind of like left the room to have a break, and we invited her back in. We got the cake out, and so she came around the corner with a pretty upset face, right? And she kind of walked into the room, and then as she's trekking across the room, the corners of her mouth are going up, like as she gets closer and closer.
Down, but
the little Toothless. So anyway,
so
he's so good. He's so cool with his eyes and everything. And is this that's a 3-color print?
Correct.
You have a machine that does 3 now. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I've always had that. It's actually it's a separate thing that is like feeding and retracting as it needs. So it's a AMS, automatic material switcher.
Nice.
But because here's the thing about multicolor prints, though, is they create a lot of waste because as the layers come up, so each layer. Like you can see at the tail,
like 100 times.
So there was like, I don't know, 200 and something filament changes, which is what makes it take so fucking long, is because a whole filament change takes like maybe 90 seconds. And you do that times 800 layers or something like that. Wow. And the time just goes through the roof. But the result is undeniably cool. So it's kind of a mix. And the waste can be like recycled and turned into other stuff decently easily. But still, it's like, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oops. Showing the wrong things. Pushing the wrong buttons. Okay, I'm fine now. I'm fine.
Shall we?
We should. I'll tell you what.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Justin.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Earlier today in Discord, you hit me with like the craziest clickbait I've ever seen in my life. You said something that you saw some unhinged shit that is going to get
unhinged shit
right.
that
hit
is
me
going
with
to
a
get
bump, and then explain
this is thing of the
me.
week. Oh, this one's too long, I'll tell you. We'll just let it do this for a second.
Whenever you're ready.
That's enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I stumbled onto a video, and I have to tell you that I have not watched more than this one video from this channel, but looking over the videos that he's been producing recently, I imagine this is going to be a pretty fun channel. But I've only watched one, so if he turns out to be some kind of racist asshole in other videos, it's not my fault, okay? Because I don't know the guy that well. But anyway, so I stumbled onto this channel, basically homeless, and this guy seemed to be pretty funny. But the reason I found him is...
Okay. I just did a Google, I see. Yes.
Like neuromechanical aim assist for playing first-person shooter games. Okay,
I saw this somewhere recently.
Electroshock aim assist. So what he does, and I'll just click over onto it here, and we're not going to let it play. We'll show this like freeze frame for a second. But basically, he decides, what if you created hacks that are for playing Counter-Strike, where basically it's going to use electrodes to manipulate your muscles to shorten his reaction time, basically. So he measured his own reaction time, and it was in the like 200 to 230 milliseconds at best, when there's something where like the enemy appears and you have to react. And he said the very sweaty, super duper, coked out kids who can do it in like $150. And so he built this whole thing out of like little computers, and he built a piece of software that was going to recognize the enemies and move in the direction. And then he had to work out where to put the electrodes all over his arm to get it to move. Eventually he adds one that clicks the mouse for him, that actually clicks his finger. And so he's like playing the game and just screaming.
Yeah. I saw a clip of that somewhere where he's like,
oh my God.
It's as though he's moving involuntarily. Like he's completely involuntary. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not doing that. And in fact, he has to try to not move or it works worse.
Right.
But anyway, I don't want to spoil it because the question is like, I have two questions for you, Derek, without knowing the ending, because you got to watch the whole thing to know. Do you think this will work? And two, do you think this is cheating?
Yeah, because there's still software auto-targeting. Yes. But
Software's reacting faster than him.
Sorry,
but
what was
his
the first
mouse
question?
is still, his hand and his arm is still moving the mouse, is what he kept arguing.
I mean, okay, yeah, but two things can be true.
Right.
Like, it's fine.
The other thing I think I said, do you think it will work? Like, do you think it would actually make him better?
I think it will work. I think he will fail before it does. Like he'll get a little burn on the electrode pad or something, or like will become too uncomfortable or cause muscle spasms or whatever.
Yeah, well, this turns into quite a project, and it has the video sponsored by Micro Center, so he does like a PC build about it and stuff to make the whole thing work. And it looking over like kind of the rest of his videos, it's
what is a robot?
It's a bit shut up. It's a bit like that, like they're all kind of like builds of some kind. There's a lot of like, I installed 10,000 viruses in my smart toaster or whatever. There's a bunch of shit like that. I don't know. I imagine a lot of this is gonna be fun, and he's pretty funny about it. So anyway,
nice.
Check out Basically Homeless making a analog Counter-Strike hack.
I mean, kinda.
That's what I'm saying.
My thing of the week is an album, and I think I texted it to you over the weekend.
Oh, yes.
It's called I Felt Better by Dinosaur Pile-up. And I've known about Dinosaur Pile-up for a little bit now. I found them way back in the day because I was trying to find out who the hell made those Royal Blood records so great. And this band popped up as like some people who also worked on the same records and stuff. So like that's how I found Dinosaur Pile-up. But this band is a 3-piece. I think they're from the UK somewhere. And their thing is just like, how loud can we make the guitars? Like, what is the upper limit? Right? And it's just this like hard rock, but with great melodies, great harmonies, and riffs and riffs and riffs and riffs. And it's just, I don't know, kind of Windows downplay it super loud rock and roll, but not in a campy way, not in a like the darkness way. It's not that kind of thing. It's not glammy. Yeah. It's far more like if grunge kept going and it got a little poppy.
Okay. Yeah. If grunge kept going and then settled into pop, as all music eventually does.
So that's a great point. And like this album has a lot of that, like, oh man, this is tough. Like these guys are tough, right? And then, but that soaring harmony says otherwise. And
so would you say like tough guy rock is a genre, right? But not this.
It is, but it's not like it's not butt rock. I think it's far more like
how did that get to be called butt rock?
Because radio stations that play nothing but rock.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, kind of mainstream rock.
You learn it and you're like, well, of course it's that. Why didn't I fucking figure that out on my own? Nothing but rock.
Whoa, all right. Anyway.
1-0-something to something.
The rock.
The butt. Nothing.
Did you ever watch The Good Place?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Budhole. Anyway, this episode's been particularly bad, which I think is hilarious as it's our 299th. Next one's 300 and we have nothing planned.
The big 300. Hey, we talked about a lot of guitar stuff in this one.
We did.
I don't care what you say. All right.
Anyway.
I appreciate all of you who are listening, and I don't know. I kind of think we're
I appreciate a lot of people
now.
who I know are not listening, but
yeah, but they don't deserve mentioning now. In this moment,
I want to say thanks to the patrons. And
in this economy.
And so for real, like in this economy that you're paying a couple bucks a month to say hi to us and to get your name in the show and all that.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. I see it. I feel it. I know it in my heart. And Yeah.
Damn right. Damn right. All right, let's go. Yes, look at us, an hour and 10. I don't think it was that bad. Whatever, but that's how it goes. Yeah.
Cool.
Feel okay about it. Thanks to the patrons. Thanks to everybody who listens, and please join us in Discord as always. I know sometimes we don't talk about this that much anymore, but the links are right there at the top of the show notes to Discord, Patreon, newsletter. Newsletter's like a big secret surprise. Something's going to happen.
Someday, maybe.
Someday. You never know unless you're there. So, and and that's the story. So we're going to wrap it up, and thank you. And stick around while I read these crazy names. Oh my God. To say thank you to the people, we would do it this way, which is to say,
fabulous.
Mikertron, RabbiBob. Well, that's his regular name. Fractal.
Yeah, he's back.
RabbiBob is back. Fractal FMark-9. Fractal FMark-9. Carson Ricketts, Matthew Fenselau, Riesenwolf, B-Gow 69420, Average Andrew D2, Sean Wright of Lollygagger Effects, and The Trunk.
He's still here.
Still the Trunk.
Do you think it's like the tree trunk or like the trunk of a car?
I think it's from the discussion we had on the previous episode about...
I know that, okay. But like still, I think he's more like the trunk of a car. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
See you next time, dorks.
See you next time. Bye.